Okay, let's share our screen. We can sit here and we're gonna share our screen. We ain't got that much time. We're gonna show you this mullen. Even though they went up to $20 last week, they're highly volatile. And now they back down to 2, so I took them. They lost me a little money, but that's all right. Now they're about right what they should be around that time. They volatile price in the past 3 months compared to U.S. market earnings declined about, yeah, this did over the past 5 years. But them and Tesla, they're gonna decline for a while. But see how they went? They went all the way up, you know, in October, you know, these guys, they made they're something. I told you, Mullen uh, finalized settlement with Gym Group, and that was June 10th. And that's why they went crazy up for a little while, but then they went right on back down. So in the last 7 days, they've been really dumb. So right now, turn on investment, they not good. But you better believe they got a new CEO, I think, and he's doing what price to sell. This valuation, price to sell is good. Price to sell versus industry. This is Mullen. Mullen is right down there. He's the last of the food chain. That's why I only bought 100 of them at two something. So a couple of $100. They're gonna make me a little bit. They boom real quick, went way all the way up there, and in 2004, and they steadily been come back down. So we're gonna see what the price to sell. We go to future growth. Don't look good in the future. They zero. Not enough information. But I like Mullen. I hear Mullen when it was about few cents. But I'm coming back in, and then I'm gonna sit because it's over. The company is here. I don't know why I like underdogs, but they are Mullen. The CEO is a cowboy. The CEO they got. They bought him. Financial health, they don't have good, financial health is not good. Assets, and look at all those liabilities. So short-term liability, long-term, they got to something got to have debt level. They got negative A, which is more serious than high debt. Mullen has a negative shareholder equity, so we do not need to check. They got negative. Okay, they got stable runaway cash and forecast rise. So the financial health is not good. They ain't giving no dividends, so we don't even have to look at that. They bottom of the food chain. The management, this guy, he makes about $3 million. How's he gonna make $3 million? And they all in red. So something's going on. Mullen, CEO, was appointed in 2012. So you have 12 years of tenure and compensation about 3 points compared to industry 20 is 23 comprised of 23%. And then you get bonuses. Okay. So this is so we look at that compensation versus market, compensation versus earning. Now, you make $3 million. Experience management, you got 61 years old. So something's going on. Got experienced board, but since April, this guy bought 300 something. People been taken out. So some bring it in, some take it out. They just took the money. General public on most of it, insiders, institutions. The stock has been diluted a lot. So we look at who's the big shareholders. These guys, ain't nobody showing too much of Mullen. They got out of him, but look. But this guy came in, this capital right now. He only got 28,000. That's nothing. Okay. But why these guys? They only one share. They said that they tired of Mullen. But I'm coming in right now. You know, Mullen manufactures a number of employees, about 388, and they located like everything else in California. Okay. So we want you to understand this thing. You know, but the other day they went up to like $20. So that was a pump. Morgan Stanley got one. Look at why you got one. You just want to be there so you can add to when you hear something. And like I said, they got experience, but most of this is 86% of this is, the individual insiders only got 9%. Then you got institutions on only about 4%. But you got why BlackRock is in this thing? And why, if you think about why is BlackRock, you know, that's interesting. They own 7 shares, but they say, okay, I buy 7 shares, but I got 100. We're gonna see what's going on. Let's reshare. Let's get into the market. Let's see what the market's doing. Let's see what the market's doing. We had our little, it was Mullen. Okay, so we're gonna look at my personal side right now. Okay. You see that the DMNIF is hovering around 10 cents of a penny. Okay. You ain't making no money, but I got 700,000 shares. I got $500 and it's made me 595, making me about $700. Okay. Govox is one of the good stories today because I bought 92 cents and now it's about one. I got 200 shares. Really, I got over 1,000 shares. So it's making me some money, a little bit, just a little bit. Over here is only making me about 97. That's enough to get me at least a Longhorn steak, you know. Then you got this GY, they're talking about steel. So I'm keeping my seat in the ground. I bought it at 13 cents and it's 19 cents. HCMC, that's home, healthy choice, healthy choice, healthy choice. That's making me nothing. Okay, right now. I bought it for what, 69? It's 3 million shares. Today's market gain, what you talking about, what, $69? Or the most cost value, net cost value is around $69, and the market value is $3. But it's 29 million people is on this thing. So Mullen right now has got about $17 million on it, and it's at $2 and 21 cents. I bought at $2.41. So we'll see what happens to that. I want to see, I'm just anxious to see. NVDA is doing what NVIDIA do. It's at I bought it at 88 cents and it's $144. So it made me $8,000. OPTT, that's the oceanic stock. It does the underneath finding oil and good things to underneath the sea. I bought it at 39 cents and it's up to 56 cents. And then you got the TTO. I bought it at 8 cents and right now it's about 14 cents. 37 cents for VXRT and it's what is it about? It's really 68 cents. Okay. So I made I'm still making a little profit on that. But let's look at some more stuff. Let's go to our business side. Let's go do what it do, boo. I'm still down about $11,000 this year on my personal side. And then on my business side, I'm down about 14,000 too. So I'm making a little money on this side though. This is the one. I raised that. I had 10. If you look at my performance chart, if you look at my performance, if you look at that, that's that one. That made me about $2,000. I took it out last week because it was going down. But NVIDIA is the big one. It's the big boy. It's making me 4,000, making me more than that because if I combine the two, it's making me about. It says on there because it's keep losing and buying, but it's more than that. So we're gonna go back to the positions. AP, that's another one that's associated with NVIDIA. They got a $7 million contract, so these gonna go up. I got 100 of these. Okay, but it's right. Like let's say, oh, it made me a little bit of money. This one making me a little bit of money. I'm just going to add to what it's already made me, and then DNMNF. This is 9 cents of a penny. It's about 10 cents of a penny. So it's making about it ain't. It's not making me that much money. About $10 or $53. GVO, and that's one of those energy. Uh, I'm trying to stay with them because they bottom at 113 is to 138. Okay. Then you got Govox. This is the one I bought 93 cents. Right now it's up to about 132, you know. Okay. And 131, if it is, so what? It's got about $300. Well, it's about 41, went up 41%. Okay. So then you got this HCTI. It's only maybe 1%. That's the this is the one, healthcare. I'm still gonna keep this my seed in the ground. I got 100,000 at 243. It hasn't made me any money yet, but it will. Believe me, it will. Then you got Microsoft. Uh, I just still got them at 50 cents or something like that. I'm not gonna. Microsoft is is one of those sleepers. Next thing you know, it's $500-$600. And you got about five of them. But five of them is a lot of money. Uh, Hymns. Oh, that's one I went and picked back up again. Uh, it's $60 a share. I picked it up at 59 and $60 a share. It should be about $90 to $100 a share. Then you got Microsoft. It should be a little higher than 408. NVDA definitely should be more than $98 a share over on this side. But I'm making a little money in 6,000. Then you got Politar. Politar is making just a little bit, and the rest of the SMCI, they're making a little bit of money. AT&T is not making as much, but they definitely in the ball game. They're definitely in the ball game. AT, this one right here, AT&T is 508. I made about 500 and something, because I bought it at 14 cents, but it's 27 cents right now. I mean, it's 20 cents. I bought it at $14, it's $27. So that's why if I can snatch this out right now and get hunting and then go down shopping. This is these rare minerals. It's at 13 something. So I haven't made that much money, you know. Okay, let's look at all of them together. We getting ready to go off and take off. I want you to look at everyone. See, I haven't made that much money. I make $1,600 today. So it's at 359. If you can see, who your winner is in the video again. The video, and then this one right here, Govox is made 300 and something. Okay, Govox and the video, and then this one down here, SMCI, they making a little bit of money. But all the rest of them have not made you anything. I mean, they made you a little bit. This one right here, CR, that's one of the NVIDIA supporting. NVIDIA gave them $2 billion. And that's why I got 30 of them right now. They made me some money. That's the one I made like $2,000 on. So, I will at least keep my seed in the ground and not let it do what it do. But these are some of your magnifiers. So I made about $1,600 a day, or $1,300 with all the back and forth losses. So it's around $1,395 total gain today, $1,395, and that's a good thing because I start off with 77. Now I'm at 79. So I want them to do what they do, and I will stop sharing. And God bless you. God keep you. God cause his face to shine on you and give you peace. And I got a fellow, I'm trying to teach him how to do this, a young fellow. And I'm not gonna mention his name, but he's interested, and I'm gonna teach him how to play this game. If you 17 years old and you put $100 in the market, you should just let it ride. When you busting those tables all night and they give you those tips, you need to be putting it in the market. That's what they do for your pensions and everything. So I leave that alone. Let me turn it off. God bless you.